it was probably 8 or 9 years ago when I got a call from my friend Dennis. We had been family lawyers together, and he got out and I didn't. And he called me, and it was, I always say, the summons to serve. And he called me, and many of us, I'm sure, have received the summons to call. And you ever get that call and you say, I don't want to do that? But he was persistent, and he said, well, next week is our first clinic or second clinic, and I started at the clinics. And then I met Pete, and he came to our clinics at 55th and Market, and then he opened IUTA down here, which happened to be closer to where I live. So for my own sake, I decided that I would come here to IUTA, and that's where I've been since. But over these 8 years, when we began and where we are now, our mission was always to provide legal services and pray with our clients. And I think that that's what we have done over the years, was to bring the word of God to the poor people who needed our services. I've seen so many people over all the years. And it's not really, I mean, this is my salvation, part of my salvation. Coming down, serving the people, serving God's people is all of our salvation. And I've been given the gift of a law degree, and as I think Jose was talking about, we are given gifts, and we are supposed to use our gifts. I just didn't know what I was going to be doing with my gift. I think the most important or the most moving thing about coming to clinic is not what I can do for people, but what people do for me. It's such a humbling experience to sit with somebody who's struggling with life, and struggling with all the problems in life. And then we go to prayer, and they never struggle with prayer. It's such a humbling experience, and I think that's the most important part of this whole thing, that I've learned how to trust in God. Every person that I meet that comes into this clinic, their trust in God is so unbelievable. The other thing that's so important about meeting with our clients is praying. I happen to be a Roman Catholic, and generally when we're lined up with some of my friends, we're pretty uptight. So that sitting and praying with somebody who's told you all of their problems, and you reach out and you touch them and you pray with them, that's such a beautiful, intimate experience with God. It is what I take away every day. The people are so beautiful. They're so full of faith. And I just, I forget, I think Dennis said, when you leave, you're just so full of energy and full of God. And it has been a wonderful experience, and I hope I can continue to do it. And there were so many people here, and somehow, some way, God has called all of us, summoned us to serve. And I don't know what way it is, but my own family here, I've reached out to them, and they're helping us in our ministry. And I'm sending my daughter, who practices with me. She's already gone down. I can't get there where you go. So in some way, we're all summoned in this ministry, and I hope we answer the prayer. And as Pete said, friends of ours, Frank and Jane Guzikowski, they used to listen to my clinic stories, and they were just amazed that we ran this clinic. It's now 8, 9 years, and we never had a cent. We had no money. We came here, we worked for the poor, we went to court, we did everything, and we didn't have any money. And one day, they said that they were going to give us some money and see what we could do. And that was probably about 5 years ago, Pete. And they gave us some money, and we moved along, and then they said, well, you need a plan, and we'll give you some more money. And here we are, and we're on our way. Three and maybe 4 in South Philly on the way. So thank you for calling me, summons to serve, and thank you, Pete, for all your energy. The Energizer Bunny never gets tired, and hope I can do this for a long time.